It's um, it's 11 o'clock. Let me start today's daily dose. It's Motivational Monday. Good morning, everyone. My name is James Chia, and over the last 3 weeks, I've been sharing about some powerful and practical leadership distinctions that I learned on the AsiaWorks leadership program. Morning, GP. Morning, Amos. And I've been consciously practicing these 6 distinctions over the last 18 years to determine my attitude, my actions, and my analysis as a leader. In the first week, we looked at the first distinction: 100% is possible 100% of the time. I call this the distinction of possibility, and it's really exciting. Then we looked at the second distinction: if it is to be, it's up to me. This is the distinction of freedom. It's just so liberating. Last week, we looked at the third distinction: life is an enrollment game. And to me, this is the distinction of duplication. It's so simple, it's automatic. Today, I will talk about the fourth distinction: teamwork, team players committed to a common vision. This is the distinction of leverage. It's so powerful. Now, if you have been following Stephen Covey's 7 Habits, you will recognize this as Habit 6, synergize. Okay, where synergy means that the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. This is the distinction that defines success in MLM. You know, MLM is the shape of your organization is like this. Okay, whether your organization is a pile of loose sand or a rock-solid pyramid that will stand the test of time and storms. I think it is one of the most difficult distinctions to appreciate and to acquire. Why? Because, first of all, we're individualistic. Okay? We think that there is more freedom when we're not accountable to anyone, or we don't have to accommodate other people. It's just me. Life is just me. Okay, very, very free. Secondly, many of us have never played team games, so we have no concept at all of what teamwork is. So it's difficult to grasp. Third thing is our goals are too small. When your goals are too small, you just don't need other people. And the fourth thing is teamwork requires lots of practice. Okay, lots of practice. Okay. George Sin said there is no such thing as a self-made man. You will only reach your goals with the help of others. Okay, there's no such thing as a self-made man. You will only reach your goals with the help of others. And this is what Stephen Covey says in his 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. You start with your private victories, so you can move from dependence. Okay, as a baby, you're dependent. You can move to independence. Then you move in interdependence with others to achieve public victories, the big victories. But, you know, before Stephen Covey came along, there was this African proverb: if you want to walk fast, walk alone. If you want to walk far, walk together. When we climb mountains like Kilimanjaro in Africa, this is absolutely true. There's no way I could make it to the top alone, not to mention having fun in a group. It's teamwork that makes the magic happen. Now, teamwork is the ability to work together towards a common vision, the ability to direct individual accomplishments towards organizational objectives. It's the fuel that allows common people to attain uncommon results. The strength of the team is each individual member. The strength of each member is the team. Isn't that fantastic? The strength of the team is each individual member. The strength of each member is the team. Teamwork applies when you apply the second leadership distinction: if it is to be, it's up to me. Everyone practicing, if it is to be, it is up to me. I'm responsible. Okay? And when you apply distinction number 1, 100% is possible 100% of the time, and that depends on teamwork. 100% is possible, 100% depends on teamwork. If I'm not here, a team member can be there. Okay. And of course, in distinction number 3, we talked about life is an enrollment game, and this word game relates very much to team, you know, where it's a game. Okay, we have teams in games. Okay. Now, in the game of football, let me ask you, if you're a player, are you early for a match? Does everyone turn up for a match? Let's say soccer, there's 11 players and the substitutes. Does the goalkeeper always turn up? Is there a coach? Does this coach during the game or after the game? Are the reserves ready to jump in? See, they're reserves, they're not playing, but are they ready to jump in? And how important are the cheerleaders? Is the game played to the finish? And you've seen many soccer matches, you know, in extra time. That's when the results completely change. In Formula 1, do they slack off or are they racing right to the end? And lastly, is the goal to win? Is the objective of the game to win? So, you know, you can just take a quick check on how you behave. For example, are you in a small group meeting? Okay, no, sorry. How are you in a small group meeting? How do you behave in a small group meeting? Do you turn up on time? Do you turn up at all? Are you even in a small group? How are you when you show up for MAM? Are you on time? Are you focused? Are you ready to jump in and share? Okay. So if you use the analogy of a team game, it's very, very helpful to know how you should behave. Now, I want to make a clarification at this point in time. You don't get harmony when everybody sings the same note. Okay, harmony is about diversity. Okay, if you think about a choir, if you think about an orchestra, you don't get harmony when everyone sings the same note. Okay. So diversity is very, very important. Now, I also want to make a clarification about conformity and compromise. Teamwork actually brings up the additional value that can appear when people communicate with each other and are open to feedback. In this case, working together means being honest about your work. It's the ability to go to someone and say, I think you can do better. Do you need help? Because I can share my expertise. But at the same time, it's having a chance to say, I'm struggling with this. Can you help me? In this way, you create a stronger connection between teammates and promote a team culture across the company. In many companies, you can imagine you don't want to help another person because then he will get promoted, and you don't want to share your weakness because he will capitalize on that, to tell the boss that you can't do the job. Okay. If you manage a big group of people, it's important to understand from day one that everyone is different, and then give them the space to be who they are. Some of us need silence to do their job. Some use music to get in the mood. Some come to work early in the morning, while others prefer to work at night. The team should be allowed to do their job in the most effective way for them. But at the same time, they should keep in mind that they all share one goal. Then it doesn't matter if everyone is in the office or you communicate via the company's email or through Zoom or whatever it is like we are doing this way. Okay. And you see that the moment you all connect is when the magic happens. As we have experienced in our small group meetings, experience in MAM when we come together, and wow, it's actually quite magical. Okay. Because the intention is there. Now, I want to share with you what Harvard Business Review says about a team. Okay. A team is a small number of people with complementary skills who are committed to a common purpose, set of performance goals, and approach for which they hold themselves mutually accountable. When you read, let me share with you, say that again. A team is a small number of people with complementary skills who are committed to a common purpose, a set of performance goals, an approach for which they hold themselves mutually accountable. The essence of a team is common commitment. Okay. Now, I want to suggest that effective teams share 5 characteristics. You will agree with this straight away, okay? But let me just share with you the 5 characteristics. Shared values, okay? A common set of beliefs and principles about how and why the team members will work together. Okay, these those of us who've been through AsiaWorks, these are the ground rules, okay, or the ways of being. Second characteristic is mutual trust. There is that confidence between team members that each puts the best interest of the team ahead of individual priorities. So you can fight out and argue your point, but once a decision has been made, everyone goes behind that decision. Third characteristic, inspiring vision. A clear direction that motivates commitment to a collective effort. Fourth, skill or talent, where the combined abilities and expertise, to accomplish the required tasks and work productively with others. Okay. So you want to have really different skills and talents. You want to have the same type of person, same personality there. Lastly, rewards. There's recognition of achievement towards objectives and reinforcement of behavior that supports the team's work. A lot of that happens when you go out and celebrate. So how do you practice teamwork? Okay, well, to me, the best place to practice is where you want to succeed, and that's in life itself. Special projects, of course, are an opportunity. Even a holiday is an opportunity to practice teamwork. Team players committed to a common vision. People tend to associate team only with a project. Okay. But what about applying this distinction to the whole of life? To what I call the game of life. Let me give you an example. A potluck dinner. Okay. So in a potluck dinner, you will notice that there's actually a core team behind it. The people you can depend on, people who actually plan for that dinner. It doesn't happen. Okay. Then you have the casual visitor. You have those people who come late. You have those who thought that they can bring keropok and that will feed people. Okay. You got people who stay behind to clear up. Have the children clear up and teach their children something. Okay. So these are all the different team players playing differently in a simple thing like a potluck dinner. Those of us who've been to AsiaWorks have played the red-black game. And I remind you, in the game, the purpose of the game is to win. And the way to win is to accumulate the maximum number of positive points. Okay? The purpose of the game is to win. The way to win is to accumulate the maximum number of positive. It doesn't mean you have to beat the other team to win. Okay? And this is where habit 4 comes in. Think win-win. Remember? Think win-win, not win-lose. What if you see yourself as the cheerleader and the coach of your customer because you're on her team, you're on the customer's team? What trust would be created? What winning outcome would you have if you are a committed team member of your customer? Teamwork makes the magic happen. In closing, let me share with you what Hui Xuan wrote in an article in the JC3 website. I pulled that out from the website. And she wrote this about the European cruise. Not once has the whole team ever been on a company incentive trip together. Last March, we decided to see how everyone in the team could qualify for a European cruise. That was 11 months ago. Today, the entire group had qualified for the cruise. The key was to make a decision. We simply decided as a team that we would be on that cruise ship and committed to that goal. I've come to realize the immense power of a decision of commitment. When the going got tough, we pitched in to help one another. This is just an extract from how magic can happen when we apply this principle: teamwork, team players committed to a common vision. And that vision, that team, you decide who your team is, whether it's your specific team or other people around you in your company or in your life. So thank you very much. This is the distinction of multi-level marketing, because it is having a team of people that gives you that leverage opportunity to contribute and to give you that leveraged income.